And the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's the opening round of the Pittsburgh Invitational. Well, this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Just blasted that tee ball, Frank.
Got to be careful here. Downhill, he's got to time it good because your weight's a little bit more on your front foot.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Just a beautiful approach shot. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Starting to move on this leaderboard now, Frank.
It's got a nice look to it. The who's who.
Relatively short par 4, second hole. Frank, what's the right play off the tee here? It's probably not driver.
It certainly isn't. You need a decent yardage in for your second shot, so you don't really want to hit it past those last of the 6 bunkers on that right side. It leaves a shot of 100, 110 yards. There's another tee box a little further up where they can make it like drivable at 265 yards, but for such a short hole, this is sort of a fearsome one. You always feel like you're making a mistake when you're putting the ball on the tee.
Oh my goodness, that is on in one. Wow, what an incredible shot. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Looks like he just misread that. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. So just a formality here. Too bad, that's a bogey and dropping another spot on this leaderboard. Moving on to the third hole now. Again, it's a par 4 of 428 yards, but you can see the distinctive bunkering on the left, making this, Frank, one of the most famous holes in golf.
It is. The church pews that adorn the left side, they're no fun to be in, that's for sure, because somehow, invariably, you always seem to get behind one of those grass strips behind, and all you're left to do is punch out. Not just that, too. The amount of bunkers on that right side really narrowed that down. Now, this tee shot plays downhill, and then you've got to be ready for that uphill second shot.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
Action is underway, and we'll take you out to hole number 4. Frank, when you get out of the gates, as our featured golfer has done, with a lot of pars, steady play, what's the mindset?
You've got to keep doing that, Rich. Just maybe get a little closer to the hole, drive a little bit better, work on the pace of the putting. Just little gains, and then all of a sudden you're going to notice a big difference in the scorecard.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. And now the second shot here at this par 5. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Well, that one didn't work out. It didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Frank, a little chip shot here from the fringe. Now, a lot of options. I've seen some players hit 6-iron. Others will shut down like a sand wedge.
Yeah, there's two schools of thought. Some people just try and perfect like one club, but really the best chippers chip with a variety of clubs.
That's a good shot right there, about 15 feet away, and a good look at birdie. Back-to-back birdies, we'll see. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a...
So, hanging in down the stretch with a par. Well, Frank, round 1 in the books. Look who's on top of the leaderboard.
And that's with some strong play today. They don't really need to look back. Strong play heading into the second round tomorrow.
Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Pittsburgh Invitational. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I'd say.
Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot, and now pretty good chance for birdie. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Oh my gosh, that hurts. I mean, that was just a lousy putt right there. No other way to say it. Settles in over the putt. Has his par. Well, Frank, the par 5 12th here at Oakmont, it's a lot of golf hole. It's 667 yards.
It's the hardest par 5 I've ever seen or played that doesn't have water. It starts with that tee shot. The whole fairway, he goes after it like he is here. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we've got to blame that on the weather. That weather, the wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par. Well, that was a tricky one, but it's in.
All right, Frank, at the par 3 13th at 183 yards, what do you see here?
Well, there's a lot of things to consider, but the general slope of this green really makes you either hit to a specific section on the green or just try and keep the ball below the hole. It's always easy to putt uphill on fast greens.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
It's at sneaky distance.
He'd settle for par here. Locked in on the read and the speed. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. We're at the 14th hole at Oakmont Country Club. Frank, it's only 358 yards. How good is the scoring opportunity here?
This is certainly one of the best chances on the back nine here for birdie, that's for sure, Rich. Just a long iron off the tee there, threaded in between bunkers that adorn both sides of this fairway. To set up to what you would say on Oakmont standards is a relatively gentle green.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, getting him another good look. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law. That's a butts in hand, really valuable.
All teed up at the 15th. It's a par 4 to 499 yards.
Where this ball's going, there's no fairway there, only rough.
Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut. Not too bad. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. What a shot. Perfectly placed right next to the hole. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McIlroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today it's live third-round coverage of the Pittsburgh Invitational. Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Knocks it up on the green. It is about 28 feet away from the hole.
Even par currently.
Kind of a tricky read. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Wow, that's disappointing. Chance to get too deep on one hole and you leave it short.
Well, the good thing is he didn't miss it, right? It didn't go past and miss. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Okay. Still has a chance for birdie, too.
Right, okay. I like that positive attitude.
Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
Here at the 8th at Oakmont, a famous hole, and Frank, it's not often we say of a par 3 that it is a beast, but the 8th at Oakmont is just that.
Yeah, you can imagine a 300-yard par 3 to a flat green. That would be hard enough. But imagine a 300-yard par 3 at a U.S. Open to a green that goes up at the front and then crowns at the top and then slips away at both sides. That's the 8th.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. very tough putt coming up. Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read, and missed out on that second part. Won't be happy with that, that's for sure.
Well, the bogey, it's made it interesting for someone, that's us.
Rounding out the front nine here at Oakmont, Frank, it looks to be straight away, uphill. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, there certainly is. Years gone by, this was a par 5 for the US Opens of yesteryear. Par 5 still for the members. And the reason why is it's a little bit uphill, semi-blind tee shot, bunkers left and right, and of course rough if you miss those. This is one of those holes, even though it's a par 4 now, you miss the fairway here, you are not reaching this green in two.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Frank, can we say it? That was weak.
You just did. It's no snack, though. Not a good time to make a bogey.
Drops down to second place. Take a look now at the 10th hole, Frank. Par 4, 462 yards.
Yeah, this one can play a lot of different distances. And the reason why is if you can sneak a driver to catch the downslope, it can run all the way down. You can have just a wedge in here. If you're not as fortunate, you leave it hanging up on that hill. It plays a good 200 yards for your second.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Well, that's what separates the good players from the great players, the ability to get it that close from that kind of lie.
Well, birdies are hard to come by in this situation. So tight.
Keeps him right in the thick of it. Frank, that front page of the leaderboard has been looking good all week.
You're exactly right, Rich. I think our winner is certainly going to come from that list right now. I'm excited for tomorrow's final round.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's the final round of the Pittsburgh Invitational. There you go, 310 yards, caught all of that one, and straight as well. It's in the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Birdie putt coming up. The par on this hole yesterday. Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Wrong time to be leaking oil here at the 14th hole, Frank.
Well, to state the obvious too, that was very makeable. That's the one you'd expect to make more often than not. That's going to hurt.
Well, that's just a poor putt, Frank, and now let's hope he doesn't make a Michael Bublé.
He's hardly going to be singing after that one. In this situation, Richard, bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
Here at the 15th, a long par 4 at 499 yards. Frank, what are you looking to do off the tee?
Tee shot here is very similar to the one back at the par 5, where the fairway slopes left to right, and then the second shot's going to be uphill to a green that's actually built in the opposite direction. This is a tough par 4.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Nicely in the fairway here, Frank, but this is steeply downhill to the green. Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. It happens sometimes, Frank. They don't all drop.
No, but you try telling them right now.
Clean this up with a tap. How you maintain momentum and make those putts for par. Yet another demanding hole here at Oakmont. A par 3 16th, 231-yard par 3. Frank calls for a well-struck long iron.
It certainly does. It's going to favor something that's hit a little higher and a little softer. If you could just mentally cut this green in half and just sort of look at the left half of this green, that's really the best way to play this hole. And the reason why is the general contours all move to the right. That ball can still funnel down to the right side of the green.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Just had a bit of a spasm right there. I don't know how else to explain it. You're on the green, and now you're on the fringe? Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Ooh, that hurts. Well, that's just a case of not focusing right there. What a lapse in concentration. Must make this for a double bogey.
Well, that double bogey there, Rich, that hole is gone forever.
Time to regroup, and fast. Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round.
I don't know what they were looking at.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
And another good par.
This is where so many of the legends, from Hogan to Nicklaus to Miller to Els, made their imprint. And don't forget about Angel Cabrera, the last time the U.S. Open was played here. The 18th hole, the clubhouse straight.
Oh, he is winding this one up. Does he have the power, though? Grab the fire extinguisher. Put out the... That ball is on fire. It's melting going through the air. Huge with a capital H.
Moved it a long ways. He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here on the final hole. This is a good-looking shot. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Shouldn't be a problem here.
Oh, that was nasty.
That's an outrage right there. I mean, if there's a high commission of golfdom, we need to consult them right now, because it's just simply not fair, Frank. It's not.
I think the people above are frowning on the people below. Good read, good line, well played.
That has to feel so good. A big championship victory.